What if I told you that $9.99 feels like nothing to your brain, but $10 feels like real money? Same price. Basically, one measly penny apart. And yet one of them slides right past your defenses like it's not even there. I'm a monkey and even I notice this. And once you see it, you're going to start noticing it everywhere too. So let's think about this for a second. Why does a price tag ending in 99 feel so different from a plain, honest, round number? Picture this. You're standing in front of two vending machines. One says $10, big, bold, round. The other says $9.99. Your hand goes for the second one almost automatically. Why? You just spent basically the same amount either way. Here's the thing. Your brain doesn't read numbers the way a calculator does. It doesn't scan the whole price and calculate the true value. It grabs the first digit it sees and builds its entire impression around that one digit. The 9 at the front says single digits. The 1 at the front of 10 says double digits. And your brain, lazy little genius that it is, stops reading right there. I like to imagine it as a tiny guard standing at the gate of your wallet. His only job is to glance at the first letter of the price and decide, in half a second, whether to raise the alarm. He's not doing maths. He's not comparing. He's pattern matching. And the pattern he's trained on says 9 is cheap, 10 is expensive. So when $9.99 walks up to the gate, the guard waves it through without a second look. Kind of embarrassing when you think about it, right? A single cent tricking a highly evolved primate brain that can build rockets and write symphonies. But stick with me because it gets weirder. This trick has a name. Retailers call it left-digit bias. Your brain anchors to the leftmost number and treats everything after it as background noise. It's not that you're bad at maths. It's that reading the full price takes effort, and your brain is built to avoid effort whenever it can get away with it. 99 cents isn't really about saving you a penny. It's about hijacking the very first flicker of judgment before your slower, smarter brain even wakes up. Now here's where it gets interesting. This isn't just happening at the grocery store. This exact same glitch is running quietly in the background of your entire life. Imagine you're deciding whether to start a workout routine. It only takes 29 minutes a day, feels shockingly different from it takes half an hour. The same number wearing a different mask. Or imagine a salary negotiation. $99,000 sounds like a completely different universe from 100,000, even though the gap between them wouldn't buy you a decent couch. Your brain keeps doing this. Over and over. Every single day. Rounding things down in its head that were never actually rounded down in reality. So why does this trick even work on us? Here's something most people never notice. Your brain didn't evolve to read price tags. It evolved to make fast decisions about danger, food, and opportunity, back when there was no time to sit down and do long division before deciding whether to run from a leopard. Speed mattered more than precision. And that ancient shortcut machine is still running the show today, except now it's being aimed at you by people who understand it better than you do. Think about that for a second. Somewhere in a fluorescent lit office, a team of very smart, very well-paid people sat around a table and asked one question. How do we make this number feel smaller than it actually is? And the answer they landed on is sitting on every price tag you've ignored for your entire life. Wait. Doesn't that feel a little unfair? You're not choosing based on the actual price. You're choosing based on how the price is dressed up. It's like judging a book by its cover, except the cover was specifically designed in a lab to make you grab it without reading a single page. But here's the part that really gets me. It's not just about a single purchase. Add up every $9.99 you've ever fallen for. Every subscription. Every impulse buy. Every just 99 cents more for the large size. Each one is a tiny penny-sized nudge. But nudges add up. String enough of them together and they quietly steer your entire financial life in a direction you never consciously chose. So what do you do with this? You can't exactly rewire millions of years of brain evolution before your next grocery run. But you can do something almost as good. You can catch the guard in the act. Next time you see a price ending in 99, do one simple thing. Round it up. Out loud in your head doesn't matter. $9.99 becomes $10. Just like that. The second you do that, the illusion cracks. You're not looking at a cheap little number anymore. You're looking at the real ones. And suddenly that gate guard doesn't seem so trustworthy after all. It sounds almost too small to matter. One extra second of thought. One tiny mental correction. But that's exactly how the trick works against you too. Small, repeated, invisible. So the fix has to be small, repeated, and just as invisible, quietly running in the background every time you reach for your wallet. Here's the twist nobody tells you. This isn't really about pricing at all. It's about how easily your brain accepts the first impression of anything and stops looking any further. The price tag is just the most obvious example, the one hiding in plain sight on every shelf in every store you've ever walked into. But the same shortcut shows up when you judge a person by their first sentence, a job by its first offer, a decision by its first instinct. So here's what I want you to notice. Not just prices. Everything. The first number, the first impression, the first glance your brain locks onto before the slower, wiser part of you even shows up to the meeting. Because the truth is, the money in your pocket was never really the target. Your attention was. And once you know where the gate is and who's standing guard there, it gets a whole lot harder for anyone to sneak something past you. So next time you see that price tag ending in 99, don't just grab it. Pause. Round it up. And ask yourself what else in your life has been quietly rounded down without your permission.